Hello everybody, this is Dispel Volgo speaking, and today I will present you some very profound but also typical existential questions, such as where the hell are we? Are we on planet Earth? Are we inside the solar system? Are we inside the Milky Way? Inside the local group? Perhaps inside the Virgo cluster? Inside the Virgo supercluster? Inside the observable universe? Inside a hypothetical multiverse? Inside what? What's beyond that? And what is beyond? If our universe is limited, then everything beyond what is inside the universe doesn't exist, which is that equal to death. When you die, you don't exist. So you go beyond what is inside the universe, which is impossible, because when you die, you don't go anywhere, because you simply don't exist. Something that doesn't exist can't go anywhere. In fact, to say that something doesn't exist is a contradiction. You can't have a thing that doesn't exist. Non-existence doesn't contain things. It contains nothing, not even nothing itself. So, if you go outside the universe, you cease to exist. But think about it. What would happen to your body? The atoms of your body can go outside the universe. But can your mind? Can the mind go outside of reality? If so, then the mind doesn't exist. Nothing can escape reality. No existential thing can escape reality. The mind is not a thing, it's a process of moving things, and when those things stop moving, there is no process anymore. The process doesn't create a separate mind. The mind is the collective sum of the moving individual elements. And when all the action potentials, all the synapses, all the charged particles, all the neurons, the heartbeat, the bloodstream, the organs and such stop moving and connecting with one another, well, you die. But nothing really disappears, because you can't verify the disappearance of reality when you're actually dead. And that's the thing that most people don't get. Death itself can't be experienced. The very definition of death is defined by the impossibility of experiencing anything. So the experience of not experiencing anything is impossible. In addition, this indicates that death is not an appearance. Now this is a very important statement. Death is not an appearance. Why? Because death doesn't exist. Again, death is defined by the absence of your conscious existence. You can't become conscious of a complete shutdown of your body. So yeah, when you're actually dead, then you aren't dead, because death is not a state of being. It is a state of non-being, which actually isn't a state. Doesn't this sound wonderful to you? Death isn't a state that you can become. It's actually impossible to become death or non-being. To become a non-being is a contradiction. Wow, death is a contradiction. So to answer the question, what is beyond reality itself? The whole universe is encapsulated within non-existence or death. Beyond the outer regions of reality, there is no reality. There is no time and space, no existence, in other words, death. We are literally alive within death. Life happens inside death, and death happens outside life. Reality is inside death, but death is a contradiction. So reality is inside a contradiction. On the contrary, if reality is absolutely infinite, then it can't be bound by nothing itself. In this case, reality is happening inside itself, inside itself, inside itself, into infinity. If it literally is infinite, then there is no center. In fact, the infinite itself is the center. Now, infinity is not a thing. A thing by definition is limited. Infinity is not holistic, for there can never be a whole. Infinity never came into being, for it has always been there. Infinity never started and will never end. If reality is absolutely infinite, then reality never came into being, for it has always been there. Infinity can't be distinguished. You can't separate it to observe it. You will always be inside the infinite. You can't go outside it. Not even God can go outside the infinite, because there simply is no outside. And so we end up with the conclusions that either existence is manifesting inside non-existence, or that existence is infinite and that it isn't actually a thing on its own that can be distinguished. So in general, you can't go outside of reality to see the boundaries of reality and to see the whole of reality. That is objectively impossible. Also for God, or whatever hypothetical creator of the universe. Now this leads us to the final grand conclusion. The missing link to the completion of a holistic model of reality literally lies outside of existence, which basically means that it doesn't exist and that therefore reality actually negates itself by definition. Now this probably sounds very wrong and even stupid, but it turns out that many brilliant minds and metaphysical thinkers came to the same conclusion. Alright, that's it. I'm done. Thanks for listening, and I appreciate any comment, and hopefully I will see you next time. Goodbye.